Hey Ashley,
What's up? What's up?
how you doing?
Girl, I'm hanging in. This adulting life, it kicks my ass some weeks more than another. This week in particular, I have not been sleeping well, which I
Oh,
do
see, that's
not
the
do well with.
worst.
Girl, I literally yesterday, I was like, at the end of my day, I was like, I'm gonna have to pop a Benny. Like, I'm gonna have to pop a Benadryl if I cannot get this together. And I have not been addicted to Benadryl since COVID, girl. But I was like, I gotta
Oh
do
my
something. I am not
gosh.
sleeping. But
Oh, do some magnesium. If
okay.
you um whether you ingest it, also if you have a bath situation, get some magnesium flakes for the bath.
I'm
That
not a
helps
bath girl. I'm not a
oh, I
bath
forget about
girly.
that. I am absolutely a bath. I have a claw foot. I
I
live
think
my
it's
life.
because I took so many baths when I was younger. I discovered showers later. Like
Yeah.
we always took baths,
Oh,
and then once I discovered
interesting.
showers, I was like, "This is what I've been missing." Never went back.
Interesting.
Never went back.
I think it was. I think we showered probably or sooner than later, and I forgot the joys of a bath, and so it's like it's a whole ritual. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I've
you
done
get the
probably one in my house.
bubbles, music, candles. If you're gonna have a little drink, it's a mood. It's a thing. And
Yeah.
sometimes I need to remember that I have that, but I get so caught up. You know what I mean? In the whirlwind of life, and it's like what one of my favorite career influencers, she's like Joy Max, schedule your joy. Schedule your joy.
Schedule your joy. Speaking of joy, I we have a in conversation next week that's dropping, so we won't be able to do our hidden gems. But I want to say at the top, I went and saw the end of Oak Street yesterday. Did not expect to
Oh
necessarily see this in theaters.
yeah,
It was really good.
I heard great things about it.
It was really good.
um
So much so that when me and my friend went and like we're getting our tickets taken by the person at the front, he was like, "Guys, this is in my top three movies of the year." And we are like, "Really?"
whoa,
He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Listen, it's on par like the effects and
original
everything with
Jurassics.
Jurassic Park, yeah, and everything." I was like,
Hmm.
"Okay, cool." Anne Hathaway's in it. I'm sure it's gonna be good. Ewan McGregor,
Yeah.
whatever. We after we left, we were like, "You were right." It was very, very
Oh,
good.
that's good.
So that's
I'm
my
definitely
gem for
gonna
the
have to
week.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park is his favorite movie, so I'm
Wow.
definitely gonna have to make sure we go see that.
The very first one.
Oh, he loves it. He loves the originals. He does not love the Chris Pratt ones as much. I mean, he'll watch him because he likes the whole idea of dinosaurs, but he loves the first like three
I
for
mean, I
sure.
get it though. The original was like it was epic because it was never had not been done before.
Exactly.
It was world building at the
It really
time.
was.
It was
Yeah.
seeing stuff like the effects wise that we had never
Yeah.
seen before in that era. Like I totally get it. You got young Jeff Goldblum. Come on.
I know.
I just found out Gina Davis had left her fiance at the time for
Yo,
him. I didn't
I
know that.
just found that out too. Hollywood is
OGT is the best.
crazy. I
OGT
know.
is the
I know. I realized
best.
I'm like, ooh, I need to get up on it. Obviously,
Girl.
like the biblical ones of what is Princess Leia's mom being left by her husband for, was it Elizabeth Taylor?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You talking about the Elizabeth Taylor, Debbie Reynolds,
Yes.
and what was her husband's name? Yeah, yeah. And they were friends. Like they were couple
Yes.
friends at that. Eddie something. Eddie something. They were couple friends, okay? And the fact that Debbie was like, "What was I gonna do? It's Liz. Like, what was I gonna do,
Which is
baby?" But she
crazy,
didn't even love him.
crazy.
She did not
Eddie
even love him.
Fisher,
Eddie Fisher. She did not even love him.
Elizabeth. I mean, it was a
She was just
game.
grieving. She was just
Yeah,
grieving, and he was like the
yeah.
closest thing to that
Your friends,
connection.
man.
But that was
Oh,
fucked up. Yeah, that's that OGT. You know what else I just discovered? Speaking of the OGs, I don't know how I didn't
mm.
know this. I did not know Warren Beatty and Shirley MacLaine were brother and sister. I had no idea.
I did.
I had no
I
idea.
did. I was like, Dick Tracy
Not just Dick
is
Tracy, the Dick of Hollywood of his day.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
I had no idea. That was
Um,
fascinating.
My week is going well too because I get a chance to see my high school BFF, Michael Estime. He came to visit us,
Love
and
that.
he is out here, major New York meteorologist. And I'm like, you're making your way all the way to Cincy to say hello. Well, welcome. And so I got to get him on the pod. He'll be a great conversation for sure.
Looking forward to
So
it.
all right, so let's go ahead and get into our headlines this week. Ashley, it is August. Um, I think it's a little bit too soon, but Starbucks made the announcement that they are releasing their pumpkin spice latte August 25th with a star-studded commercial starring the Martha Stewart and newcomer hottie Belmont Kamali.
Is this the
I
one
was
he's winking in the commercial?
yes,
Oh,
yes,
my
yes, with the
guy.
smile, with the small, with the a slow motion smile. First of all, I'm like, is this a recession indicator that Starbucks is coming out in August with pumpkin spice latte? To me, that's peaks fall, which gives me September.
I mean, we did just do a Twilight recap, right? So maybe everybody's just already kind of ahead of the curve because where maybe for some people the summer's been too oppressive, or for us it feels like we haven't really had a full summer in my opinion.
I know. But for
So
me, I didn't know I didn't want it to go away by the fall. So I'm like, who got Twilight? So we gonna do Twilight.
yeah, but I mean, it's just maybe it's more so like, hey, everybody's just ready for spooky season. I'm ready for spooky season. But
Absolutely.
maybe everybody's just ready to get cozy in their little sweaters and boots and
But
whatever
I don't know if we're
else
gonna get any of
indicates
that
fall.
with El Nino happening this year. Um, we're set to have a milder winter, so I don't
Amen.
know.
Hallelujah. Oh my God, if we have a milder winter, I'm going to be on my knees thanking sweet baby Jesus because these last two winters have been brutal. I've been
It's
ready
been a
to
lot.
get my
It's so
second house.
but yeah, people are talking about this collaboration, calling her the Queen of Fall and the new Prince of Pumpkin, which is the star of the prime hit Off Campus, in which we recapped, where he plays the Garrett Graham. So
Do
I'm just
you like
happy.
that he's collabing with Starbucks? Do you feel like this is a good use of his cachet currently?
Yes, because what it is it's like I, what I think is hilarious. I'm about to go really deep, really quick. So, with this new generation, apparently they're not having sex, right?
It's a
And
goddamn lie.
so
But
I,
okay.
but you know what I mean? Like they're not having sex, they're not really drinking. And honestly, they're very conservative because they can't afford anything, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? Um, so we're a lot of the famous book talk books are becoming shows and movies, and they're a little spicy. So what I'm trying to say is they're bringing back the thirsty commercials that we used to have back in the 90s, you know what I mean? And he is definitely utilizing his cachet. He's already has a partnership with Tresemme for curl the whole line of curly hair products, which again he was shirtless in, I think, for the entire commercial. And so at least here he got a sweater. He got a nice little cozy sweater.
Do you think people
Sweater
would have
weather.
been upset if he had been repping for a black hair brand? Like, do you think people would be upset if, let's say, like Tracy Ellis Ross tapped
Oh,
him for Pattern Beauty or
first of
something?
all, he would do it,
He
but
would
no,
do it, but would
he
people
would
be
do it.
upset? Like, do you think the
Uh,
black girls would have been like, yes, if he shows up in
of
a Pattern
course,
Beauty
black
commercial?
girls are already saying yes, so I
Well,
don't
then
know why
then
would.
I would prefer to see that than Tresemme then. No shade.
First of all, he's also, I think his strategy is very interesting. Again, I've been following his career because, he's already, his first major brand deal was with Reebok. Then he came out with Tresemme. I think the reason why I'm excited about this Starbucks, because at least it seems a little bit more mainstream. Like he's really trying to bring the other two brands back from the dead. You know what I mean? Like,
At least it's not
when was
K
the last
Swiss,
time?
you know?
When was the last time you wore a Reebok shoe?
So here's the thing. I am not opposed to Reeboks conceptually. I think
It's an idea.
as an idea. I think where I am right now in my shoe journey,
Oh
I
my
am really
gosh.
going hard on continually for the rest of my life, probably Nike, obviously. I'm really getting
Yes.
back into New Balances heavy. And then I'm
Yes.
liking, like, I'm almost in like almost getting to like a mom era of sneaker where it's like, it doesn't have to be an athletic brand as long as it's like a cute, comfy little sneaker I could wear with like a dress or something. So like I have a pair
Mm,
of naturalizers that I absolutely love. I have a pair of Tommy
interesting.
Hilfiger sneakers that I love. So it's
Yeah,
like
okay.
I have always liked a classic Reebok, but I just can't imagine putting it in my collection right now. It's just not where I am
Yeah,
aesthetically, if that
got
makes
it.
just
I
versus
have
like
a
that's I just wouldn't even wear that shit. I'm not saying that.
I have a pair of Rihanna's Pumas, and
Yep.
then I have a pair of Beyonce's Ivy Park. And then from there, I have a couple of Converses because that's standard.
Well, yeah. Gotta have at
And
least a classic pair of
then
Converse.
I have I got a pair of Air Force Ones that I do not like that I want to get away. I want like someone to buy them off me because I wore them once. And they were all black, but I just don't like how they fit. You know what I mean? Like it looks clunky
I
in my
also
opinion.
Air Force Ones have been ruined for me, ruined by this era,
Why?
by this era
Oh,
of adoption and
yes.
ugliness and dirtiness. So much so that
Yes.
they created one that starts dirty and gets cleaner. What the fuck are we doing? Don't piss me off.
And then
Okay.
I bought my very first J's in my
Jordans.
30s. Yeah, in my Jordans.
Yeah.
Because I did not, my parents were like, we're not spending that money on a pair of shoes.
Girl, we used to
But
stand in line. My brother probably has re-upped on possibly every number now, multiple pairs. I have
wow.
like five still,
Yeah.
but I'm not like I love Jordans. Jordans will always be one of my favorite shoes, especially to see on men. But the fact that it's increased in value and he doesn't play and these kids don't know have never seen him play, I'm not
Right.
spending a bunch more now than I would have before to re-up a collection again. It's not worthwhile to me, but I still love them.
I do have
They
a
look great.
one quick question for you before we move on to our next headline.
Hmm.
Italy. What shoes did you wear?
So those naturalizers I bought specifically for Italy because
Okay.
they were going to be comfortable. When you go to Italy or any of those European cities where you do a lot of walking, you need the most
Right.
comfortable shoes you own.
Correct.
So that's
Correct.
what those were for, and they treated me
Okay.
very well.
Okay. Noted. All right, let's go ahead and get into our next hot topic. Target, once known as Target, once when we once loved it, they have dropped the ball yet again. Okay. I don't even know where to begin because it's like, where, who confirmed this? Like, you know what I mean? So they're getting ready for Halloween, and there's a particular costume that is giving blackface. And black folks had a lot to say about it. So much so that Target released an apology. It says, an apology from us. We removed the offensive Halloween costume that should have never been part of our assortment. It is no longer for sale. As a company, we got this wrong and we are deeply sorry. We know this is especially hurtful for our Black guests, team members, and partners. Removing the costume is an important first step, and we are looking closely at how this happened and what needs to change to ensure this won't happen again. I just find this to be very interesting because, you know, it's almost given a little Dolce and Gabbana. You remember when they not Balenciaga, sorry, when they used to just have like the offensive things and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," but it got like a lot of attention, right? Which
There's
they
been
were obviously
multiple
going
brands,
for.
yeah, that have made faux pas over the years.
Yeah, but you know what Viola Davis said? She released her inner Annalise and said, "Not on my watch." She was like, "This costume is dehumanization," and I was like, "Girl, you better preach."
Well, listen, I don't give two shits about this because for any black folks who are still going to Target anyway, look at this. Like, y'all remember why we, this is why you, this, I have not, this is why I don't support Target. Why are you still supporting Target?
What about Jay?
We talked about it.
We did.
We talked about it. I don't have any expectations of Jay-Z at this point in terms of doing right by what the black community is trying to be about. He has his own billionaire agenda.
Whew, she says, Target, I do not accept your apology. And I do not believe that you understand the impact, the pain, the dehumanization of the above. These images laid the foundation and ideology for every atrocity that has been committed against my people.
Mm,
She said, "We matter. You have shown us that you are not on our side."
F him.
I know that's right.
Mm, mm, mm.
Um, so again, every black person I know still boycotting Target.
Yep.
So, you know,
I've never lived closer to one, and yet and still
yeah.
pass it by. Keep it moving. Did I tell you that I have to revamp my Halloween costume?
No, what happened?
I have fully been prepared to be Aaliyah this year. It's the 25th anniversary
Oh, girl. And yeah, we'll get there. Okay.
and plan to press out my hair, do all the things, and then realized I can't because guess what? I'm going to a wedding in Jamaica in November. I have to get my hair braided, Delora.
Oh, girl, there's your hair will not
Black
withstand.
girl problems. So it's going to have to
Wait,
push till next year.
it's like we really do have a hair calendar.
We do,
Um,
baby. So now I got to rethink. What am I going to be following? Because y'all know I got to do something. Last year I did Whitney. Oh, it was a time. When I tell you, I was having a rough week. This is how much I love Halloween. I was having a rough week. Just getting in my costume and getting ready and putting on my makeup brought me so much joy. I had
love
the
this.
best time just channeling the energy of my girl, Whitney Elizabeth Houston. Rough week turned around. It was amazing. I loved
Love
it.
that. Yeah. Would you ever consider cosplaying?
Uh,
How is this different? How does this differ in your mind? I'm curious.
I feel like it's one thing for me to like really enjoy the spirit of a holiday and have this one moment to be able to like step outside of myself and have fun versus like to embody something on a more regular basis or like for an extended period of time. I just don't know if I'm that person because then I'm like, am I acting? Am I, you know what I mean? Like it's a different thing. Like even going to Comic-Con, we've talked about going to Comic-Con. I was like, would I
Yeah.
dress up? And would I go all out if I'm gonna
Right.
dress
Right.
up?
Yeah, that's
So
valid.
yeah. But I do love a good costume. I do think it's a lot of fun, but it's kind of that one night of the year. Let's do it big. Let's have a good time moment. But never say never. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future.
If you do
Never say
braids,
never.
maybe you can do Janet Jackson from Poetic
But
Justice.
it ain't gonna be those braids. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like that
okay.
was a very specific braided look for Janet back
Thick,
then.
thick
Yeah, yeah,
braids.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Because I'm leaning more so like I told you, Michelle Obama has been my inspiration for a while with her braids. So I'm leaning more
Love
so
her
like boho
braids.
braids right
I
now.
love how she styles them. I'm
Yeah.
afraid to do boho because I'm just like, I
The
don't want a bunch of
hair.
shedding.
And the hair can get tangled. Like I did it with locks once when I went to the Beyonce concert a few years ago, and I hated it. Not the boho, but the hair itself was so heavy that I had to
Mm.
like, I didn't keep it long. So I didn't really get a chance to experience boho. Whereas with braids, I feel like, and especially again, the way that Michelle wears it, and I'm going to a wedding, I feel like it'll be a little softer to do
Yeah.
boho. I think it'll be
Yeah.
beautiful. So,
And I'm thinking about my hair for my trip. So, like,
yep.
got to make some decisions.
Yes, ma'am.
Speaking of someone who had to plan all the things, one of my favorite career girlies that I look up to, Bozma St. James and Keely Watson are married. So she is a marketing um executive extraordinaire. Like she's worked for Pepsi. She was behind Beyonce's um Super Bowl performance. She's worked with Spike Lee. She's worked for Netflix. She's worked for Uber. And now she's part of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast. I'm like, what a journey, sis. you know?
Exactly.
And she married her man, and her story is one of my favorite. Kylie and I, we talk about her all the time because Kylie is in marketing. But her story is so it can be kind of sad, very sad, but also so beautiful and how she's been able to push through it. She lost her husband at a young age. She also lost her daughter, and she talked about just navigating grief. And for many years, everybody wondered if she would ever marry again. And so she found her man, and they got married August 21st during a traditional Guyane ceremony in Accra with hundreds of guests, including several Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast. What I love most about her wedding is just how African it was. like
Hmm.
just I love cultural weddings where there is not all white. They're wearing all the colors. Like, you know what I mean? They're doing all the colors, all the different patterns, and gold, and it just was gorgeous. And honestly, I expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Some of the cast members that were there, we have Kyle Richards, Dorit Sutton, and Jennifer Tilly,
I
and they
didn't even
were
know Jennifer Tilly was in that cast now. That's
she
crazy.
joined recently. She's a newer member. um I just love that they were just out here
Girl.
dancing. like
And dressed in ceremonial garbs.
Yes, yes, yes.
Huh.
What did you think? Did you see her different looks? Again, I love how rich in culture, and again, she got the girlies out here.
Yeah, this just makes me excited for an African wedding at some point to attend because I have not attended a traditional African wedding yet. My brother has,
Same.
but I look forward to it. Her ring, by the way, her band is beautiful. I love the
Yes.
multicolor band that she has. I have not seen all her looks, but I'm sure she looked fabulous, especially based off of just seeing the steals of some of the ladies and their outfits. But congratulations, man. I've never been super big into Beverly Hills. I watched some of the episodes years ago. I was more so a ATL fan than anything, but yeah, do your thing.
I love Beverly Hills. My favorite Real Housewife franchises would be Potomac because they're black and they're funny. And Beverly Hills. I never got into Atlanta because it was too many seasons in. And so I got a chance to get in to Potomac like the first two seasons. So I got a chance to follow it for I think I followed it for like 6 seasons or something like that
I
before I
cannot
kind of fell
imagine
off.
any of them are more entertaining than Atlanta. Like I struggle to imagine. Like Atlanta is the cast, even with the different iterations. I heard the current iteration too is like amazing. So I
Yeah,
can't get back into it. I refuse.
I understand. And then I love the Beverly Hills because I feel like they really do have the money though.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I was invested in Kyle and Mauricio. I will say that. I was invested in
Yeah,
them. So the
yeah,
dissolution of their marriage and all that still hurts me.
sad. Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's sad to me.
All right, Ashley, we started talking about this last week because I just was like, is this true? Could
Yeah.
it be? Prince Harry and Meghan land in UK days after announcing move. This is the BBC. We're talking. Uh Literally they landed today and the BBC was like they have landed. They are in UK. There's a lot of speculations on why they're moving back to the UK. What I've learned so far is that they are still going to not be working royals. There was a rumor that Meghan was going to go back into acting and be part of the cast of um
The
what's the
gentleman.
name? The Gentleman, starring my boo Theo. And apparently there was so much of an uproar over in the UK. The show literally had to announce this says that she is not going to be a part of that project. Ashley, this is major. They were gone. They've been gone for 6 years. They left early 2020. It was like an escape, really. I mean, we actually recapped their Netflix documentary. What could possibly, this is obviously speculation, but what could possibly bring them back to the UK?
I am nowhere near as big of a royal watcher as you are, as our audience is aware. But I did see one think piece, whatever, that I happened to catch on Instagram about it that may resonate with some folks, which is their adjacency to the royal family is what keeps them relevant in terms of their status and their celebrity and all these things. So that writer was basically, and I apologize, I don't remember who the writer was specifically, was saying that they always saw this as inevitable because there's only so much cachet you have with that. Once you move away, once you're living in California, you're doing your thing, you need that adjacency to that royal family still in order to be relevant in the public eye. So that was their take. And I was like, maybe that's true. But it's also, I think, on a personal note, for me, it's always felt like it's still unresolved with the things that Harry has gone through with his father, his brother. And you have two of those people in that family who have battled and are battling cancer. You know, we still don't know if Kate is fully in remission from her, I think it was stomach cancer. And then the
Mm,
king, we don't really hear anything about King Charles's
no.
condition at this point. So it could also be health and family complications that makes him want to move back and be closer. You know, maybe they buried the hatchet more than the public realizes. So that's more so where I was leaning and thinking maybe something was going on. But again, I'm not as much of a royal watcher to really have my finger on the pulse of what they've even been up to lately here, let alone moving back over to the UK.
So based off of what I see, what I've read and what I've known, they had a summer visit at the UK. So Archie and Lilibet was there with Meghan and Harry, and for them to like turn around literally weeks after that visit saying, "Oh, we're moving to the UK." I'm almost wondering, is it a health situation when it comes to the king? You know what I mean? Just
Yep.
maximizing your time with your father. But then at the same time, they don't have a traditional family like
Right.
like even King Charles. I mean, shout out to The Crown, Netflix. That show is phenomenal. You're still very much the queen to your child. Like, you know what I mean? You are your titles even behind doors. And so I don't know how much familial situation is going on with this decision. I just know for me personally, they better have security. Part of the reason why Harry has refused to return is because they kept getting denied security. And to me, I'm like, y'all are nasty for this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I I just pray for their safety, especially Meghan and those babies, because they've been nasty. And I'm also just very concerned about their well being as well, especially Meghan, because who knows what the British press is going to start stirring up with
Yeah.
their return. So,
Yep.
all right. So, on to sad news. Ashley, we received this today while we're recording this episode. The great actor Tim Curry has passed away. Um, you know, he has been battling after dealing with a major stroke from July 2012 that, left him in a wheelchair, and he's dealt with some serious surgeries. But we hadn't heard from him in some time after that. And so with the news of him passing, it just was really overwhelming. I just think about just all the places I know him from, right? He has such a um profound voice. Like he was a voice actor of our childhood. He was the bad guy from Gully, you know what I mean?
Burgley,
um
my gosh.
People love him from the cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, and he was the original It. Ashley, were there some standout performances for you?
Oh, absolutely. Two biggest for me are going to be Clue and
Yes.
Home Alone 2 Lost
Yep.
in New York.
Yep.
For me, Clue, I'm gonna feel some type of way when they finally remake Clue because that OG Clue and cast is cemented. I know we both love the game as well, but the movie itself
Favorite.
love to this day. And then, I mean, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, literally one of my friends, one of my best friends texted me the other day and said, "Howdy do." We went down the whole thing. This is Peter McAllister, the father. Like, still quote and love Home Alone 2 to this day. We did our list, I think, last year of our top Christmas films. And I mentioned Home Alone 2 for me even trumps the original Home Alone. It is so cemented in my childhood. So is Tim Curry, and he um will always be that, despite, age and all these things that we know just comes with the territory. But I think it's like, man, I did not realize he was 80 years old for one.
I
And for two,
know.
we're definitely reaching these ages where these people that we grew up with and these legends of their industries continue to leave us, and it's just every single one is a little blow to what we've loved from them with their artistry. But I'm so glad
Yes,
that at the end of the day we do have their work that lives on, and they have that with their loved ones as well to be able to look back on. But I'm just wishing him, his family, everybody the very best as they grieve and rest in peace.
absolutely. I don't even know how to start this, Ashley, because like I haven't got a chance to really have this news sink in. But the great Dolly Parton passed away at the age of 80 years old in her hometown of Nashville. They said she had a brief battle with cancer. She actually did a whole video for Dolly, Dollywood, talking about like, oh, I was a little dizzy, a little this, a little that, but we'll fine. I'm fine. Uh, I don't even know what to say, where to start about like her legendary life. Okay, her philanthropic efforts, her talent, the fact that she just came from very humble beginnings, her style. Uh, I'm getting teary because, like, again, this hit when I was in the middle of like a lot of stuff at work, and I just was too like, in it to like really have it processed. But Black folks, we love Dolly. Okay.
Delora, one of my team members who is in the Philippines, messaged us on Slack about Dolly Parton passing away. That is the impact, right? Like
Yes.
Google has done something I've never seen them do before. With
Yes.
this
Yes.
butterfly that goes out,
Gorgeous.
we will always love you, 1946 to 2026. When have we ever
Crazy.
seen them do this before?
Ashley,
That's the
I was
impact.
so, oh my gosh, like
That's
so
the impact.
beautiful.
What a living legend that we got to have for as long as we got to have her. She transcended music, obviously,
She did.
with everything that she did. My heart really was cemented with Dolly because of I Will Always Love You and that relationship she had with allowing Whitney to have the song and do all these things, but then donating proceeds of that to Black causes, over the
Yes.
years. Like, girl, I always like, I felt like she was a great person, but the things that I subsequently heard about her just propelled her to a different stratosphere. And I think that's why you see how much love she gave, and that's why she received so much love from everybody in return. Um,
Absolutely.
I mean, it was Dolly freaking Parton. I don't know. I don't know what
Dolly
else to say.
Parton. I mean, just everything, again, speaking to her literacy program, Imagination Library, that reportedly provided around 300 million books to children since 1995. Like, and then she was a savvy businesswoman. Elvis wanted to sing I Will Always Love You, and he wanted half of her publishing. And she was like, no,
And can
I
you
wrote
imagine?
this.
Can you imagine? Whitney Houston was the only person other than her who should have had that song. Whitney Houston, you couldn't have told me when I was a kid that it wasn't Whitney's song. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. When I found out that Dolly wrote it, I was like, I was
honey,
stunned. I was
honey,
like, this is because what Whitney did with that song, you couldn't,
honey,
it's just unbelievable.
sheesh. I'm gonna have to go listen to that now. It's probably gonna make me cry before I go to bed tonight because now we've lost both of them. And also, I saw the note about the legends who have died on the 25th, and Dolly being now a part of that club. Aaliyah died on the
Leah.
25th.
Yep.
There are others that were noted that passed away on the 25th. But rest in peace to what an amazing life. I think, we for our episode we have next week, we're going to talk to Tiffany Countryman, one of my best friends, who gives a lot of inspiration in the way she's living her life. And I just find lately so much inspiration in people who live their lives so fully, and you can tell they live it in such purpose. She was
Absolutely.
not meant to do anything else but be this.
Absolutely. And what I also thought about immediately after her passing, I was like, oh, she didn't last that long after her beloved
Husband.
husband Carl
Yeah.
passed away last year. Let's talk about a couple of tributes. So two in particular I want to highlight. So Miley Cyrus. Miss
Mm.
Dolly Parton is her godmother,
Yes.
and she says, the feeling of losing my Aunt Dolly is beyond what feels right to share. She's like, our most sacred moments were private, and they'll stay there behind the stage, beneath the glamour, and between our hearts. What I know is Dolly would want me to feel it, write a song about it, and then continue on and be strong. I have an angel by my side. I always have. One of our last conversations was about music and metamorphosis.
Mm.
She said, my heart breaks for the world, her family, and friends who will miss her deeply. we're in this loss together, and we will see her in all of the most beautiful things. Oh, I mean, we didn't even talk about her acting. Obviously, 9 to 5.
Yeah. Still Magnolias.
Yes. And again, she's a fashion icon. One of my favorite videos is her riding a song with Patti LaBelle using their acrylic nails. Like,
Mm-hmm.
iconic. Um, Beyonce, Beyonce. She Dolly let her sing her song Jolene and add a little bit to it. And on the Cowboy Carter album, and this is what Beyonce had to say. She says, Dolly, you were the barometer, the North Star, the bold and brilliant, talented and tenacious. You taught so many lessons on how to be uniquely oneself. I'm grateful for your art, your heart, your generosity, your humor, your entrepreneurship. I'm honored that I had the privilege to work with you. I will treasure that forever. Thank you for your profound impact on the world. You are an angel who has made this world a happier place because of your joyful art. You are truly one of one. Rest peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Uh, we love you, Dolly. I'm so glad that she's at peace. I mean, sis, she was working. She's working on a freaking Broadway musical, right?
She
I
did not
like
stop. She stayed
she
busy.
she stayed busy, and I admire that. So we will always love you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ashley. That's all I have for today.
All right. So I've already mentioned it a couple of times, but next week, instead of our usual recap, we will have another in conversation. This is with an OG recurring guest that we've had on. My good dear friend Tiffany Countryman is joining us. She is a playwright and is talking about an upcoming play that she is reviving. I Wish I Had a Daddy, talking about the creative process, talking about her journey to becoming a playwright, providing some just inspiration behind, where she's at today, what she's hoping to accomplish next. It was a great conversation. We're so excited to share it with you
Yes, it
guys.
was. Absolutely.
Please share this episode out with everybody you know. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back with that conversation. But in the meantime, as always, be blessed.
Bye.